Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? It's Saturday. We're not normally live on a Saturday morning. Well, we don't normally announce Benjamin Sesko. It's official. He's a Red. He's going to get unveiled at Old Trafford today, but the announcement has come through. We'll have a little quick show here, little cheeky half an hour show. Going to run through the photos, run through a statement, and we can have a little conversation. Because I tell you what, I'm looking forward to this game today. I was looking forward to a new Carrington being announced yesterday, and it's class. I was looking forward to the game today, and I still am. And I was looking forward to seeing these photos. And here we go, all right? Well, it's more than here we go. Benjamin Sesko is a Red. He landed, was it yesterday? This went through rapid, didn't it? This is like was it about a week between the big going in and him being announced? Was it even less than that? It wasn't long at all. Let's be completely honest. Now let's run through the official statement. We can read through Sesko's first words as a United player and what Jason Wilcox had to say about him as well. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Everyone's excited. Donnarumma and Baleba next. We're not getting greedy, but yeah, can I have all of those as well, please? Red for life, how you doing, man? And Tom, how you doing? Gifting 5 and 10 memberships each. Alex, I know you're at the game. Enjoy yourself. Anybody going to the game, have a cracking day. It feels like there's good energy. Feels like it anyway. Let's read through the official statement from Manchester United. Man United is pleased to confirm that Benjamin Sesko has joined the club subject to registration. He's signed that contract, a 5-year contract until 2030. And you know what that normally means. Probably have the extra year on top if we want to do it. That's kind of how contracts work typically these days. Over the past 2 seasons, he scored the most goals of any player under the age of 23 in Europe's top 5 leagues. Lovely stat. And there's a photo of him alongside Jason Wilcox. You know, it's actually, I was going to mention this a little bit later, but I may as well mention it now because it's on screen. I think that's quite an important little point. The fact that our new signings now, they're not announced alongside Ruben Amorim, really. Are they? I can't remember if Cunha or and Boomer was, but I don't think they were. I swear they're all the announcement photos are next to Jason Wilcox because that's the sort of the football negotiation side of things, and he's the football director, so you're kind of dealing with him all up until the point where you walk into the dressing room, and then you deal with Ruben Amorim. Then you deal with the manager or the head coach. It might be looking into that a little bit too much, but yeah, I think that's quite important. It is official. We have got a complete new front three. Now let's hear what Sesko said. The history of Manchester United is obviously very special, but what really excites me is the future. When we discussed the project, it was clear that everything is in place for this team to continue to grow and compete for the biggest trophies again soon. From the moment I arrived, I could feel positive energy and the family environment that the club has created. Now, that's definitely the first time I've heard this for a while. And if you actually look at all the, I suppose we can have a little bit of a conversation about the new Carrington as well, if you like, because I didn't do a live or a video on that yesterday. But this is something that was kind of repeated quite a few times by the guy, I can't remember his name, from Foster and Partners. Is it Foster and Partners? The architects who designed the new Carrington. They kept going on about creating the family environment, and Ratcliffe mentioned it a few times as well. It's clearly the perfect place to reach my maximum level and fulfill all my ambitions. I cannot wait to start learning from Ruben Amorim and connecting with my teammates to achieve the success that we know we're all capable of achieving. That's him. I haven't got his number up there yet. Little empty one. In the new Carrington. He's gonna get unveiled at Old Trafford today. I don't think he's gonna be in the starting 11 against Arsenal. I'd be surprised. I think he'll be in the squad, but I'd be surprised. Mr. Many saying, how do you think the transfer window has begun? I mean, it's not really just begun, is it? It's August, so we're coming up to the last 21 days of it. But it's fair to say that the 3 signings have exceeded expectations. I think that's the fairest way to describe it. Pyro, thank you for gifting 5 memberships as well. Pam, you're saying United mean business. The culture around the club is definitely different. The vibe feels different too. It does. And this lad here turned down higher wages from Newcastle, and we know that's going to be the case because they've missed out on everybody this summer. And if they were going to make sure that United didn't offer higher wages than Sesko, so he would choose. No, he still didn't choose them. Turned his back on Champions League football. Turned his back on bigger wages, and Newcastle put a bigger bid in. And every single signing, I think, under Ineos has said this in their first statement when it goes out when they're announced. I swear every single one has. I could go back and look through, but I just remember it. And I don't know whether it's because they're told to say it. I don't think so anyway, really. Now, that's his goodbye message to Leipzig. We'll run through both of those there. But yeah, you know how many times I've been saying this. The vision of the football club behind the scenes and the way that they are able to convince players to come to Manchester United, despite the fact that we finished 15th, despite the fact that we have no Champions League football, it's impressive. As is the new Carrington. I just think everything feels impressive. Are there any Slovenians in the chat? How excited are you? Any Slovenian United fans? We already spoke about what number we think he's getting. Diego Leon's got 30, which was his Leipzig number. And I think he wears 11 for Slovenia, which is Xerxes' number. I'd give him 20, man. Give him RVP's number. Can everyone stop mentioning other players? Can we just enjoy the announcement? Someone getting annoyed down there. JC, good morning to you, dude. I hope everyone's looking forward to today, because I really, really am. Now, look, these are the two messages that he sent. One to Leipzig fans and one to United fans on Instagram. He said, look, thank you, Leipzig. I arrived as a kid and I leave with beautiful memories of this club forever. From day one, you welcome me like a family. I've grown, learned, and lived unforgettable moments. To the fans, your love and support have meant more than words can say. This club will always hold a special place in my heart. But see ya, Manchester United now. When you're young, scrolling so you can see it there. When you're young, you dream big. You imagine moments, stadiums, and shirts you will hope you will one day be yours. Today, I'm stepping into that dream. Proud to be a Red Devil. Let's go. We have been looking at him for years, really. He joins as a 22-year-old, but we were looking at him when he was a teenager. I don't think the club's infrastructure was good enough to convince a young talent of his quality that Manchester United was the right place for him to develop. And he didn't exactly make a mistake, did he? Because we wouldn't have been the best place for him to develop. Yeah, Delo was 20, but he's number 2 now, right? I suppose it is a good vibe here. It is a good vibe. So shades are going on. Slide away. Anybody else enjoying any more Newcastle head wobbles that are going on? Because I certainly am. Let me pull this up as well, one sec. Because I definitely want to have a little chat about this. I'll tell you what's actually better than this. Give me 1 second here, peeps. I should have prepped this before, but I didn't. Sue me. Where is it? Come on. That one there? Yeah, nice. Last my... Right, we'll keep that up on screen here. Let's go back to it. Let me see what you're saying down in the chat. Sam, you're saying, can't wait to watch him in action. Let's fucking go. 3 years chasing him. Now he's here. Can't wait for him to start in his shirt number 22. I don't know. I don't really care what shirt he wears. Do you? I mean, even... And I swear I'm not even saying this just for performative reasons. I don't even care about the number 7 shirt at Manchester United anymore. The allure and the shine of that shirt has been eroded so much by how many crap players have worn it since the great players wore it, that I need somebody to come and take that. Mason Mount's got number 7 right now. I need somebody to come and make that shirt great again. Somebody to take it over and to just be the best player that season. I'll be like, okay, right. Now I care about the number 7 shirt again. Number 21 for our 21st league title. He won't play today, Xylon. He's just going to be announced. So I think before the game, Manchester United have already confirmed that the new signings will be they'll have a little parade. Not an actual parade. Nick as well. Gary, you're gifting 5. Nick, you're gifting 10. Everyone's feeling happy this morning. Oh, I've got my interviews lined up next week as well, people. For the community manager. Yes. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this person. Bringing that person in. And how much better it's going to make our community. I think our community is incredible right now, but having somebody to lead it. DJ, you're saying, I remember him scoring against Scotland in the Euros and disliking him, but how times have changed. It's all right, I'll let you off there. Let you off. I'm excited, man. And you know, we've already had conversations about this before, but I mean, that's on paper now. That's going to have to be one of the strongest attacks in the Premier League, isn't it? On paper. We're going to have to see how it works in reality. But on paper, that's just quite ridiculous, really. That's the sort of attack that you have in teams that compete at the very top. I did not expect this sort of overhaul. I expected an overhaul, but I just didn't think this level of quality was possible across all front three positions. Luke, you're saying I never expected it, and man, how many... I did it twice this week. 2 videos. I think one was like, I can't believe what is happening at United. And then I was speaking about the Sesko stuff. And then that bloody evening, when all the Baleba story came out from Ornstein, I did one the other day. I was like, it just... The levels keep going up and up and up. Proper firepower, says Steph. Absolutely. Hero saying, how much time will he need to adapt to the Premier League? In terms of the Premier League and in terms of adaptation, right? I think what that means... Typically, it's about physicality and it's about speed. So like Xerxes, for example, when he came from Bologna, his body frame was too heavy. It took him too long to sort of move effectively. So he clearly had more time on the ball in Serie A compared to what he has in the Premier League. You are just hounded down. You are pressed very quickly and you're like, balls. And you miscontrol it or you misplace a pass. Sesko will have to get used to that. Physicality-wise, I don't really think we're looking at a problem here, peeps. This lad's 6'5". He is a proper, genuine athlete, right? He's not going to get pushed over really by any defenders. His pace is probably going to be able to outstrip most fullbacks. He'll be able to play with his back to goal. He'll be able to be the target man. He'll be able to do link-up play. So I think from a physicality perspective, I don't really think there is going to be much adaptation time. Speed of the game, maybe. That's something he's just going to get used to. But again, with these two around him and with the players he's going to have around him, I think it will be quicker than you would expect. But that's not me saying that all of a sudden he's going to be scoring 2 goals every single game in the Premier League, right? What else is he saying down here? What does this deal mean for Xerxes, Rasmus, and Cheeto? In my opinion, I don't think you're going to be seeing Xerxes start many times for United this season, but I do think he's going to be a really important player from the bench. I stand by that. Højlund? Well, he's number 2 now. And Cheeto needs to go out on loan, right? He needs to go out on loan. I'm going to have to get 3 shirts. When I find out the numbers, I'm going to have to get a Sesko shirt with a new number on the back. We'll get a Cunha one, we'll get Mbumo, and we'll update them. We'll get them on the rail there for the season. Captain Statebait saying, thank God we didn't get Delap. Well, blimey. Can I just say a big thank you to everyone? That was, I would say, the craziest week I think we've had. One of the craziest weeks we've ever had on United People's TV in history, in terms of how busy we were. And we got the profile out, the one video that I love doing, the ones that I feel most proud about. We got that out last night at 5 p.m. We had some issues, but we got it out. Probably about 24 hours later than we wanted to. So big up to John for helping on the edit on that. And for the team with the research behind it. There's a couple of mistakes in it which really annoy me, but I'm going to let myself off. Because I still think you really enjoy that video. If you haven't checked it out, go and watch that. And you'll learn kind of everything you need to know about Sesko, about his game, about what he's good at, and about things he's going to have to develop and things he's going to have to improve at United. It's not just a mega hype video saying that look how incredible and perfect he is. He's 22. Kid's going to have to develop. What else is he saying down here? A little bit of info from Laurie Whitwell. What's this? Inside Benjamin Sesko's Manchester United move. There's going to be a lot to read through. That's going to be a lot to read through. Nah, never mind. Can't bother to read that. Can I just quickly run through a little bit of this?
It's been a busy time.
Don't need that. You can just read it. You'll remember how many times on this channel I've spoken about. You know, we've had lots of conversations about the new stadium, But I said the thing that we have to do first is basically have a new training ground. And it's effectively what this is. Like, everything has been upgraded. Everything's sort of been changed. There's new altitude training. There's now cold. I don't know whether there wasn't cold and hot plunge before. Underwater treadmills. There is a lot. There's like cryo chambers. There's urinals. I know there's urinals. It's not exactly a big thing. There's urinals that detect how dehydrated your wee is. I don't know. You can get smart urinals. Apparently you can. Either way, it looks really, really befitting of Manchester United. It looks top tier. It looks brand new and it looks exciting. And I'm telling you, it's going to make, maybe it did, and maybe it will continue to do so. But it's going to be a far easier project to sell when you can now point at that. Look, there's physical evidence of Manchester United's new training ground, of a new Manchester United moving forward. Yeah, the Catherine Memorial was class, man. It's got the plaque behind. It just, I don't think you can downplay how important this is for Manchester United to have that brand new refreshed training ground. It's not been touched in 20 years, peeps. 20 years ago, it was cutting edge. It was industry leading. Manchester United had the best training facilities in England. Now, I don't think that this now accelerates us to have the best one in England, but my word, is it an upgrade. It's going to make a big, big difference. Mikey's saying this is what we need in our team. Players that want to play for us. Yeah, we've all said that. And I think loyalty doesn't exist as much in modern football. I just don't think it does. Like, you rarely get one club players. And yeah, I just think loyalty is there a little bit less. But actually having players that want to be here, it's been an issue. It's been a problem. Nick, is that Nick? Thank you very much, dude. What are you saying on the super chat? Touch on Donnarumma. 26 million seems cheap, but PSG won't accept stagger payments. And his 300 grand weekly wages make him more expensive on our balance sheet than any other signing. I'm not sold on the Donnarumma stuff. I'll be totally... 26 mil is cheap as hell. But he would... I very much doubt that Donnarumma would agree to the wages that would fit into the structure that Ineos have done so far, with the likes of Sesko, Yoro, De Ligt, Cunha, and Buma, etc. All of those, they're definitely less than 200 grand. It's somewhere between 150 and 200 is the basically top earners that Ineos have paid so far. I very much doubt you get Donnarumma inside that. If you do, and it's 26 mil, I mean, that's a conversation to be had. That is a conversation to be had. But the last time that we've signed a goalkeeper who had just played in the Champions League final, that didn't exactly work out. I'm not going to speak about that one again. Yeah, my bad. Hero saying that because of Sesko transfer, Newcastle banned the Isak transfer to Liverpool. Can we make more fun of Newcastle? I feel kind of bad for them. I don't feel bad for them at all. Whoppers. One trophy in 70 years and they act the way they do. That's delusion. That's like delusions of grandeur is exactly what that is. It's like the bloke who used to live in my flat. That's exactly what the judge said about him as well. Delusions of grandeur. Very difficult to deal with those people. Really, really difficult. Carl saying, was interesting to hear Barada also say Carrington is set up to be upgraded in the future. Yeah, well, just like anything in life. Like you buy something and it's cutting edge, and then 3 years later, you're like, no, that's not cutting edge anymore. Keep investing into it. It was 20 years. Now, I know that we've upgraded with the women's first team facilities. And we also, what else did we do? I think we upgraded the academy facilities. So it's not as if we've not been upgraded. 1 second here. You are getting banned. Anybody who wants to come in here, hard user on the channel. Vamos. Xylon. See ya. Don't ever come in here and spam. You come in here and spam, you're going to get the proper people's elbow. See ya. He did ask for a ban and he got the ban. You don't play by the rules, you're going to get booted. Yeah, I was a little bit, I'd say, disappointed at that. It is still called Carrington. My hope and my theory that maybe they were keeping a sort of a sponsorship under wraps, and that was going to be announced and bringing us more money, and that didn't actually happen. Either way, though. He's here and he's beautiful. Let me see if anything else is coming. Oh, yeah. There's him in his United shirt. You should go live more on weekends. Why don't you, says Stephen. Because I like to have a little time off, truth be told. And I was thinking about this. Like, I think eventually what I'd love to be able to have is to have somebody who's on board and who I trust to kind of be the co-host on the channel. And then they can do the live shows on the Saturday and the Sunday. And we can therefore do one every single day of the week. It's just a bit much otherwise. What was she saying down here? I've not seen the new 4-4 Tunes video, so I haven't seen it chant. I've seen some bad ones, though. I'll be honest. I have seen some bad ones. Right, or Benjamin Sesko's agent, what's he saying? Benjamin Sesko's agent's got an Instagram. I think that sort of says all the world's problems when it comes to football these days. Anyway, years ago I made a promise to a young boy with a dream. Together we would reach the very top. Today that promise has been fulfilled. Proud of you, Benjamin. The theatre of dreams awaits. That is a proper waiter's suit, isn't it? Black suit and red tie. Looks like he's about to pour me a glass of red. Not sure about that. Right, someone else wants to come in here and get banned. Oh, we are whacking out the people's hit elbow here today, peeps. It's getting exhausting. Getting a little bit sore now. Someone saying it looks like Rasmussen's going on loan. I mean, he's been linked as well. Getting linked with Milan. Apparently, United want a loan fee in the region of 5 million and then to add a buy option of 35 million so that by the end of it, it'll be 40 million in total. So 5 million loan fee plus wages covered. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know, right? The ban hammer, strong today. But look, that's now... Let's pull up the 3 photos because it's fun to look at them. That's now Mateus Cunha in, Brian Mbeumo in, and Benjamin Sesko. Who's next? Well, we all know who we want it to be, right? We all know who we want it to be, and that's a certain Carlos Baleba. I do think we'll find out this week whether there's any sort of sniff, any chance of it happening. I don't think there is, but I also didn't think that United would do what we've done so far. I also didn't think United would try and even talk with Baleba. So what do I know? United wouldn't talk to him if they didn't think that they could finance a deal if he pushed, but he basically has to push for the move, right? He has to push for the move. Baleba and Adam Wharton. Well, Adam Wharton was he was my dreams midfield signing. But you could just chop it. You can chop between the two. Like I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say anybody is wrong for choosing Baleba or right for choosing Wharton. They're two extremely talented central midfielders who both can really help United. What else is going on down here? Make sure I'm checking up on there. It's always fun doing these live ones when news is breaking. You're all telling me to look at Santi with Andy Mitten, and I can't see anything about Andy Mitten. So we shall leave that one for now. What else are you saying down here? Do you think Baleba is not possible? We will go to plan B or we will hold out for next year? I mean, the way that United are acting, there's probably a plan B. That's just the way that we're acting this summer. We are properly like chest out, buying the players that we want to do and seemingly not particularly held back by finances. I really think that something's going to come out in these next 2 weeks or so, 2-3 weeks or so. There has to be some sort of explanation as to why United are able to do what United are doing. It may well be that we're just spending on the credit card. That's the simplest solution. Not a long-term solution, but certainly a solution for this summer. What's someone saying down there? How about Baleba this year and Wharton next? Don't be greedy. Ankit is saying, is Wharton as physical an athlete as Baleba, or is he more about technique? I would personally say, from my experience of watching both those two players, Wharton would be far more like a Carrick, and Baleba would be far more like a Kante. Would you say that's fair? That's sort of my judgment. I need to watch more of both, obviously. But in the times I've seen them, they're both incredibly talented. Let's be honest. If we signed either of them, it would be ridiculous. What's the actual price for Sesko? Someone said down there. I believe it's 85 million euros. And I think 82 million is up front or guaranteed. 80 million via who? Where did random animating quotes come from? No, I won't be covering those yet. Ineos might just shock everyone with a Carrington spot. See, that's what I thought. That is honestly what I thought. Right. It's not going to be a long show today because we've got the game coming up in what? An hour and a half? But we've had the new Carrington being unveiled yesterday. Today we've got Sesko being announced a couple of hours before our last pre-season game at Old Trafford. We're then going to see Sesko unveiled in front of Old Trafford, as well as Cunha, as well as Mbeumo, as well as Diego Leon. And then we're going to be playing Fiorentina at 1:45. And hopefully David De Gea will leave Old Trafford crying. I want to see my prediction. Hey, I don't know why I said it, but I did. I was like, sod it, 5-1. That was my prediction. What I would just love to see from United today is goals. That's all I want. Goals invariably lead to winning games of football. Yeah, sure. But 8 goals in 3 games in the USA. 2 really good performances. I want to see United coming out at Old Trafford and scaring Fiorentina. It's kind of scaring them into submission. Get the early goal. Old Trafford won't be as intimidating today because it's going to be a lot more families and kids there. It's a friendly. So we'll have a pre-season vibe to it. But just to go out, man. Score in the first 20 minutes at Old Trafford. Use it. Don't stop at 1. Keep going. Attack, attack, attack. Let me see what you're saying down here. Where to watch the game? It's on MUTV. Don't know where else it's on. 3 a.m. here on the west coast of Canada, says Chaplin. That's commitment. What a week this has been, Josh. It absolutely has been, right? Debut Old Trafford goals for Cunha and Mbeumo. Maybe even a little cheeky assist for Diego Leon. Why not? I'm not being greedy. How many mins does Mbeumo play? I think it's a good question. He played 45 minutes so far. So in an ideal world, you'd see him play 60 because you want progression. And then against Arsenal, he'd probably be fit enough to play 60. He's probably a little bit away being able to play 90 minutes, but United have got strength in depth on the bench, man. We do. We actually got some proper quality. Right? What's it? What else is being said down here? Nothing else. Just a couple more photos. It's the exact same photo. Let's pull this one up. No photos of him with Amram. Suppose they're leaving that to, I don't know, when he makes his debut, which I do think will be against Arsenal. Be interested to see what, I suppose I am interested to see what shirt number he gets. But I don't particularly care. I'm not going to get offended if he gets a number or if he doesn't get a number. Yeah, actually, no, I don't care. Let's be honest. Leon's going to be a monster in a few seasons, someone says down there. I'm buzzing for today. I'm 19, and I can't tell you the last time I was this excited. Not about watching United. Remember when I said to you, there's that horrible reality that there's 13-year-olds right now, maybe some of you are tuning in, that have literally never seen Manchester United lift the Premier League. A competition that we won 13 times under Sir Alex. Wow. It really does feel like this is the beginning of the rebuild, people. Really does feel. If it's not, bloody hell. If it's not, and I don't think it's ever going to come. Last year was as low as it can really get for United. I don't think it can possibly get any lower than that. People come and say relegation. United are never getting relegated, right? United are never getting relegated. But one photo I want to finish on, right, which I think is a really good one, is this. I've only just clocked this. That is some top tier trolling from United's official account. Hiya, Paul. Oh, man, that's good. I've always felt that United's social team has always been like so super scared of kind of saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing on social media that you don't really always get enough personality in it. But when you get that fine line and you get it right, it's just so much fun. That is a bit of fun. I enjoy that. And yeah, enjoy the game, ladies and gents. I'm going to be here after. So what, kicks off in an hour and a half? Cool. Kicks off in an hour and a half. I'll be here with the match reaction. Tomorrow we're going to have the 5 things we learned. And ideally, United, can you just have a quiet Sunday? Because I'm not here, all right? So if you can just chill for a day, all right? Let's go. The Red Cartel's at it again. Ooh, they like doing that. Where are these at? Where is that? Right. We'll be speaking about Baleba during the week. Today, enjoy the game. Enjoy watching Sesko getting announced. The admin knew exactly what they were doing. That's hilarious. There's 20, I never even thought about it. There's 20-year-olds that have never seen Arsenal lift a trophy. You could be 20. Well, not lift the Premier League. Thank you all for tuning in. If you are new, please do subscribe. I'll be here after the game. I think today's going to be a good one. Fingers crossed.